Hi guys, today's video is on the Mcfarlane Titano versus Barry Allen Flash 2-pack. The retail price is $69.99 and I did purchase this with my own money. I'm a little confused to why Mcfarlane released Titano with Flash. I would have thought he would have released Titano in a Superman 2-pack since he is primarily a foe of Superman. Moving on. Let's go ahead and show you guys the box. I will show you on the front here, there is some oil spray on the front. So you guys can take a look. It's here. Yep, looks like a fine mist spray in there on the inside of the box. But this is what the front of the box looks like. The side, the other side says Titano versus the Flash. Then we have our barcode at the bottom for anybody who needs it. And on the back, we have artwork that shows what our cards are going to look like inside the box. All right, let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, so this is a close-up of what everything looks like, still in the plastic. You can see the two cards are back there on the cardboard insert. Okay, guys, normally I talk about accessories first, but in this case, we get absolutely nothing. Mcfarlane is getting cheaper and cheaper by the day. For a $70 2-pack, we don't even get an extra head or flash effects. And to say that I'm extremely disappointed is an understatement. So I'll show you the cards and the stand because that's literally the only thing you get with these two. Here's the Titano card. There's his data file on the back. Then the Flash card. And then his data file on the back. And we only get one stand, and this is going to be a standard black Mcfarlane stand that you would use with the Flash figure. Moving on to the figures, we'll go ahead and talk about Titano first. He does have some nice detail on his fur. He has like highlights in his hair, or what I would call highlights. You can see right here. So that, you know, his fur looks like different shades around his body. His mouth on the inside is painted green. And then he does have some paint detail on his teeth. Both of his eyes are green. You can see there. And he does have some cyborg-esque additions to his body, like here on his arm, underneath here, and on the eye. He does have a different head because he's actually supposed to be a oversized chimpanzee, not a gorilla. It looks like we do get a new arm and a retooled hand. I believe this is the same hand that comes on the Kong as well. They just kind of retooled it to go with this figure. This is the same body that came on the Kong versus Batman 2-pack, which is now currently on sale for $49.99 on Mcfarlane Toys. Like I told you in my video when I reviewed Kong versus Batman 2-pack that it probably will be going on sale because I just don't see many people willing to pay $70 for that set. Even at the $49.99 dollar range, it's still too much. When you add in the shipping, sales tax, and all of that, it's still going to be over $60, and Mcfarlane doesn't offer free shipping on any of his items. So since we're dealing with basically the same mold here, the same issues are also present that were on the Kong. He's going to have very minimal articulation like Kong did. Basically, it's going to be from his waist up, and that is not much, especially for a $70 2-pack. There is a Fisher-Price toy, and you guys probably already know that's for kids like 5 and under. It's called the Imaginext King Kong figure by Fisher-Price. That figure has more articulation than he does. And it's not $70. It's not even $20. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys his articulation. If any of you guys are wondering, this is what the bottom of his feet look like. And his legs have no articulation at all. This is just all one piece. Even the feet are connected to one piece. So his head can turn that far because of his shoulder. Oh, actually, it was a little stiff. I guess now it's working. Okay, so his head can go 360. He can look up a bit. There we go. You can see right there. And then this is how far he can go down. Okay. His arms twist around. They don't go up and down. His wrist can do some minor up and down, and they do also twist around. That's on both sides. The fist has a little bit of tilt in it as well. And then, of course, his waist right here twist around, and that's it. Basically, very minimal, disappointing articulation. I'm not sure why Mcfarlane decided to reuse this when his other 2-pack, the Kong vs. Batman 2-pack, did awful. Because in my opinion, this is going to be do just as awful. Okay, so moving on to the Flash. We have seen his body a few times. We've even seen, the same texture, the same raised, molded emblem on the chest here. His head is a new head sculpt. I'll give you guys a close-up of that. I'm not a fan of the expression on the face. Just my personal preference. I'm just not a fan of that. Here's a close-up of the wings on the side of his helmet here. All right. Here's what the back looks like. He does have metallic gold instead of the normal yellow gold. So, all the places Flash would normally be yellow, he does have that gold metallic paint on there. One thing I do want to mention is that he has different shades of red. So the butterfly joints here are a different shade of red. From his elbow down is a different shade of red. And from his knees downward are a different shade of red. This does happen on Mcfarlane figures. It's not like we haven't seen that before. And it may bother some collectors. That's the only reason why I'm mentioning it. This does actually bother me a little bit when this happens. So if you didn't get the Rebirth Barry Allen Flash or if you didn't get the Rebirth Flash or other Barry Allen Flashes that were released previously, then this might be worth picking up, but only if it's deeply discounted and on sale. I do have the Red Death versus Flash 2-pack from 2020 here. And so he's going to have the same body mold. It's just this one has a different head. Obviously, the different hands right here, his are open. And he only has one fist and one open hand. And then a repaint. So the paint is different. So, for this 2-pack release, it looks like Mcfarlane just did 2 new head sculpts, and everything else is just from existing molds or had some retooling done to it. He does have basic Mcfarlane articulation, so I'll go ahead and show that to you guys. From the side, when his head is at a normal position, it does tend to lean forward like that, like push forward a bit, if you guys can see that. So this is him looking down. This is how far he can look up. He can do 360 with the shoulder. This is how high his arm goes up. He does have the double jointed elbows. There we go. He does have upper torso rotation and also rotates here at the waist. And he does have the double jointed knees. They go back this far. And toe articulation. Even though we didn't get any effects with this guy, I do want you to know that there are the peg holes to be able to put effects and use them in with this figure. So I did want to mention that. So in case you guys want to reuse some that you received on your other Flash figures, you can do that. So yeah, if you guys didn't get a chance to pick up the Flash, Rebirth Flash, or any of the other Barry Allen Flashes, you know, maybe you guys would be interested in this, but like I said, only if it's on sale. I already do own this body mold, so I'm not really interested on keeping this one in my collection. So that's going to wrap up today's video. What do you guys think about this release? It seems Mcfarlane is going to go out with a fizzle instead of a bang with all these disappointing and lacking releases here recently. Have any of you picked this one up? Are you going to wait till it goes on sale like the King Kong versus Batman 2-pack? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for watching and see you in the next video.